Hey, my friends on YouTube. I've just done a live over on my Facebook page and I thought, why don't I come over here? I have an option in the software that I've got to share it over to YouTube, and I thought, no, I owe it to you to come over here and do a live with you as well. So the title on here, there's not a lot else in it at the minute. I'll fill it in when we've finished. Is video quality important? Is it really important to have good quality video? Now, at the minute, don't kind of shoot me down. I know you've got like about a 3-second attention span. This is not what I'm talking about when I'm talking about high quality video. This is my demonstration. This is a webcam. I'm here on a brand new MacBook Pro. It's beautiful. And I've made sure the lens is nice and clean on there. But this is the quality. This is the result that I can get out of this. And I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes the difference that I can get when I plug in a camera like this and shoot live through that. But over on Facebook, I did a video yesterday where I was just saying about first impressions, because a lot of the time when you think about it, we're here on YouTube. A lot of the time when we're interacting, it's the first time people have met us. I can see there's 2 eyes on here at the minute, and I don't know whether it's maybe the first time you've seen me, and I'm creating a first impression for good or bad. And I think it's a bit like going on a date. You know, it's been a long time since I've been on a date. I've been married for 26 years. But you know that kind of, you're going on a date and you think, I better put a bit of effort in, because what are they going to think when they first see me? Maybe if you're picking them up in your car, you might even clean it up and get rid of those McDonald's packs and things like that. You just want to make sure everything's good for a first impression. Everything's kind of on your side and working for you. And I believe the same is true with video. And I'm going to demonstrate that to you, both with my video on here, and I'm also going to show you some of my students and the videos that they create. So here I am at the minute. This is me coming through on my MacBook Pro webcam, and who wants to see what it looks like coming through on a camera? Let me flick it over. There I am. Here I am coming through now on. This is me hooked up with a camera like this and a microphone, not actually attached to the top. It's a little bit further out, but you get the idea. It's the same principle. How cool is that? Does that make a difference? Does it look... hang on, I'll come back to that. Does that look more professional? If I put these two side by side, would you choose me on one of them over the other? Bearing in mind, you know, we're out here, we're trying to attract people, we're trying to ultimately sell something at the end of the day. We might be giving away a lot of free content and a lot of information, but ultimately, you know, I've got a product for you that I'd love to work with you. So I'm out here, and this first impression makes a big difference. And whatever it is that you sell or teach, you want people to look at you and go, wow, they look professional. They look like they're successful. They look like they've made it. You know, this is someone that I'm interested in working with. And I really think it can make that kind of difference. So Sheila, I'll come back to you in a minute. Let me just show you on here. I mean, consider, you know, people talk about lighting and different things. Obviously, that's a big factor in it. But right now, as you're looking at this, 2 cameras are running in exactly the same space. And there is quite a contrast, in my opinion, as to how the 2 of them are coming out. Now, let me just demonstrate with a few customers. These are some of the before and afters that my customers come in and create. This is Christine, bless her, came in. She's using a phone and is literally kind of just holding it in front of her, and it's shaky. And then, you know, this is her when she's been in the academy. She's shooting with a Canon camera in her case. We've changed. She's found a different place. Again, an opposite wall, really. Instead of the plastered wall, she's gone for the lovely brick effect. That's a real brick she's got in her barn conversion. Ari, who you may have seen before, he features on all of my webinars and things. He was my first customer. He was chomping at the bit to get in, and that was what his videos were like before. That's the difference. That's his video once he's been in the academy and has worked with me. Amazing contrast. I can't help thinking, you know, this is a total no-brainer when you're trying to put yourself out there. Do you go out like this? Or do you show up like this? Tell me in the comments, guys, what do you think? Does that make a difference? Is quality important to you as you look at this? Now, last one here are these client examples. Jeru, a wonderful coach, very intelligent man. There he is there with his sort of board up behind him with his messages and things on. There he is then. What a contrast. What a difference. That's just a fake wall that he's got behind him. I think that's just pinned to his wall, actually. But it really does make a difference. The setting that he's in and also, the camera setup that he's got. And I did a webinar last week, and I will put the link to the replay. I'll put it all in the description here in a few minutes. It's all free. You can go off and have a look at that. There's some great content in there, some tips on how to set up a space, some tips on the equipment to use and how to get that going, and also some tips on confidence and being more natural on camera, just overcoming that fear of talking to a camera. Yeah, absolutely. It is an amazing difference. And this is my message really, is just saying, the importance in this, the power that you can have when you show up live, this is live streaming at the minute, so the quality's dipped from what it would be if I was recording it. What I'm looking at on the screen here, there's more of a contrast than what you're seeing through the feed. But it doesn't need to be complicated. And look at this. This is Adam, who put up on here, who's joined the academy. This was him that you're going to see in a second. He's already paid him back several times over because he can charge higher prices, because people can see just how professional his video quality is, and they draw from that a direct link to the quality of his training and his products and his coaching. They see him turn up looking professional, they assume he is professional and expect to pay a higher price for his services. How cool is that? Here he is. This is Adam, and this is him on his video. But the thing I want to demonstrate to you here is that he's not in some fancy studio. That's the space that he's in. Again, in a spare bedroom. He's got stuff all around him. He's just moved house, bless him, so it's a bit unfair. But he showed me this photo and said, look, that's what I'm in. So don't put it off and be saying, I haven't got a studio. Here's Sabina. Again, fake background, similar to that one that Jeru had earlier. And that's the space that she's in. Again, she's working out of a spare bedroom. She hasn't said, I don't have a space, I can't get going with that. She's literally put the tripod on top of the bed there, and she's put a screen up the other side of the room. What fantastic videos they are. And Sabina's a YouTuber. She has a channel over here, and she understands that she needs to look good on video, and she's got to get going straight away. She's not got time to wait and convert a bedroom into a studio. She's getting up and she's out there, and her videos are really looking good. So I'm telling you all this. The way I work with these students, the way I've been working with them and others, is that they come in and work with me inside the Pro Video Academy, which is my program. We work in fairly small groups. It isn't a kind of DIY course that you can just pick up, go through the videos and struggle through on your own. It's very much personal coaching from me, which is why they're seeing such amazing results. They've basically got a pro coach as their personal coach. So it is more of a VIP package. But if you're doing videos and, that really is your medium to get out there, and it will be more and more so if you're doing anything online, isn't it worth the investment to be able to hit the ground running and start this stuff off? So we're just opening tomorrow. We work through in classes, and the next class starts tomorrow. So today is the last chance to come and register. It's why I'm just doing these last, little presentations out here, the lives out here, because I'm genuinely just coming out going, right, this is the last chance, guys. Tonight we shut the door, and I'm going to be working tomorrow with the new students. And next thing you're going to see early next year is going to be them popping up as my next case of before and after videos. It's so exciting. I really do get a kick out of doing this. Now, if you're interested in that, so let me just pop a link in here. Can I stick this in? Let me just see. I'll pop it in the comments. This is a link to my registration page. Whoop. And then the webinar that I just said about earlier, if you're interested in going and checking that out, go and have a look at that there. I don't like coming on here and doing kind of promotional videos particularly. I try to deliver just pure content to you guys on here, but I didn't want to miss this opportunity because I'd be doing you a disservice, a disjustice if I didn't actually say to you, you know, we're open, but we're about to close. What a great time of year as things quieten down over Christmas to just get this under your belt, and then you can really hit the ground running at the start of next year. All right. So I hope you're enjoying that. Sashil, sorry, I kept you waiting there. Thanks so much. Best lens for filmmaking on the Panasonic G85. I'm actually using the G80, which is the UK version of the G85 here. For filmmaking, see, what I'm doing here is very basic in that sense. It's sitting here on a tripod, it's working away. I like their Pancake 20mm lens. It's a 1.7. So with it being a micro four thirds, that means it's the equivalent of a 40mm lens, but it works really well. And literally I'm as close as that to it. Yeah, there are some, that's a very broad question really, and hard for me to answer. That is my favorite lens for this camera. There are better manual lenses that you can play with. Voigtlander do some amazing ones, but you're going to spend nearly, $1,000 on some of those. So where do you want to go with it? But this one, this is the lens that I use. It's by far my favorite. For most of the filming I do, I use this, or there's a 42.5mm, both prime lenses. I love working primes, especially with video. Yeah, they would be the lenses that I would recommend to you. So yeah, thank you ever so much for that. It was just a quick message really out here. I hope you've enjoyed that. Please pop me any comments below. And yeah, I'll be back with another tutorial very soon. All right. Thanks ever so much, guys. All the best.